Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. As you hop on here, drop me a comment where you're watching from. I may be the only person that is not watching football right now. It is on in our house and it's on in the background, but we've got too much to do to just sit down and totally focus in on it. So I wanted to go live, but I do recognize there's probably a lot of people that are tuned into other things today. But as you're hopping on, say hello. Hey, Hope. Hey, Zachary. Thanks for hopping on. Happy Sunday to you guys. Scott, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you joining. Julia, hello. How are you? So glad you can hop on. So it is Sunday and we have all kinds of things planned today. My boys want to go to the beach right now. We have a social run happening later today for sports. I've got to get a whole bunch of Thrive samples out as well, right, Adam? Like, uh-oh. Well, here's the awesome thing, right? You can watch football and stuff packages at the same time. That's what I love about this business is you can do it from home and kind of multitask. I started putting all of my sample packs together. I've got like 30 some to send out as well. So lots of things to do today. And here's the thing. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about action taking and about taking actions that get you to where you want to go. And I saw a post this morning from another friend on social media who wrote about closing the gap between thoughts and actions. And that's where you want to focus because I know that there can be a lot of procrastination in the world, maybe in your life. There can be a lot of perfectionism thinking where you think you have to have all your ducks lined up and you have to have this before you can do that and you have to do this before you do that. And it really keeps you in a perpetual cycle of not doing anything. I also know that people can get stuck in planning mode and thinking mode and learning mode, but have a difficult time when it comes to action mode. So that gap between thinking about what you want to do and actually doing it, that's where you want to focus in on. Because here's the thing. Nothing changes until something changes, right? Nothing changes until something changes. And something has to change in your mind, but ultimately something has to change in what you're doing in order to grow. Hey, Krista, how are you? Thanks for hopping on. Michael, thanks for joining. You guys definitely give me some likes. Comment where you're watching from. I love seeing all the different states and countries that tune in as I'm talking, and I love engaging with you as you hop on. So the reason I go live is to interact with you. If I didn't enjoy interacting, I would just video myself and then post it after the fact. So I love seeing people hop in and engaging in the conversation. So here's the thing. There's three things that happen with your actions. Your actions or inaction either take you one step closer to where you want to go, keep you right where you are, or sometimes take you backwards from where you want to go. Things like self-sabotage, things like doing things that are hurting you, hurting yourself, hurting your growth. So you can be taking yourself backwards. You can keep yourself right where you are, or you can take yourself one step closer to from where you want to be. Checking in from Oklahoma. Stay away from analysis paralysis. Oh my God, yes, right? Like, okay, I'm in education, Zachary. I don't know if you know that. And by the way, I'm Claudia Steppen. Thanks for hopping on. I've been in education for 19 years. I'm also growing my own business from home for the past 3.5 years. Also a mama 3. So with education, here's the thing, learn. Yes, you want to be a learner. Yes, you want to have growth mindset. Yes, you want to learn. But if you don't take what you're learning and put it into action into your life, all that learning is a waste. I say read less books if you're not implementing anything from the books you're reading. I see a lot of people read a whole bunch, but what's the reading going to do is if it just stays stuck here, or you stay stuck in you have so much information that you don't even know where to start. That's what analysis paralysis is, right? Like you're overly informed. You have too much information and now you don't know what piece to implement first. So while I'm a huge believer in learning and growth mindset, I think you learn best by doing. So I'm not a person that reads 1,000 books every year. I don't read tons and tons and tons of books. I might focus on one book, or I might focus on one piece of content. But my goal from reading something is to say, what can I take from this that I can implement today, that I can do right now to drive myself forward in some way? So thanks for that comment. I appreciate that, Zachary. It's part of what I'm talking about here, because where you want to focus is action. And you want to not focus on these big actions, because a lot of times when you think about these big actions, like if you set a goal that you want to all of a sudden go from not working out at all to going to the gym 4 times a week for an hour, you're probably not going to make that action happen. And then when you can't get to the gym, you're going to do nothing instead. So instead, decide, what can I do right now? What can I do today that drives me closer? So if I can't get to the gym today for a whole hour, what can I do for 10 minutes? Drop on the floor, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, burpees, side planks. There's so many things that you can do right now, no matter what you're doing right now. Like even if you're watching the football game, right? It goes to commercial, do 20 push-ups on a commercial break, right? So again, like it's about focusing on what can you do right now? What can you do today to move yourself forward? Because a lot of times we get caught up in big thoughts and ideas, or we just keep doing the same thing we're doing, or we might even be hurting ourselves. We might have goals to improve our health, but we might right now be eating chips and salsa and drinking mass quantities of alcohol. So here's the thing. No matter what it is, you want to focus on what can you do right now? What's a bite-sized piece of action? Not a monumental, giant thing of action, but what is a bite-sized piece of action that you can do right now, today, to drive yourself closer, one step forward, pushing the needle a little bit more in the direction that you want to go? Because doing nothing and going like, well, I can't get to the gym for an hour today, or I can't go live for the first time because I'm not prepared, I'm not ready to go live. Then you do nothing. You stay and you keep doing nothing. You keep doing nothing different. You stay exactly right where you are. Or sometimes, if you're not thoughtful at all about your goals, you might be doing things that are actually taking you backwards, that are actually self-sabotaging, and taking you backwards in the places that you want to go. So here's another example. And before I do that, I'll read Zachary's comment. I've been there myself, yes, and I've been obsessed with learning, but yes, action is the best teacher. Absolutely. I think we've all been there, and I think that's what is part of learning, is you learn by realizing, I was so focused on learning. I was so focused on going or, reading books or listening to podcasts or going to events, but I stayed in learning mode, and I'm not good at putting something into action. I absolutely can relate to that, and I think a lot of people can. And the thing is when you have that realization, is to do something different. What can I do today to create action, to take myself one step closer? So here's another example. I have a lot of people, in network marketing, or in people that have traditional businesses, or maybe they're in real estate. Maybe a big part of their business is having a network of people and having lots of relationships. And social media is a great place to build relationships. And live video is a great way to connect with people. And I have a lot of people that I know that want to go live, but hold themselves that aren't, and haven't, and can be stuck in overthinking it, worrying about it, being in fear of it, and thinking it has to be perfect, thinking it has to be a certain way before they go live. They have to have the perfect lighting or the perfect backdrop, or they have to have all their makeup on, or they have to, have something really important to say, and they worry, they stay in this mindset of all these things, and all those things are excuses to keep themselves from taking one bite-sized piece of action towards their goal of going live and starting to incorporate live video to build rapport and relationships through the power of social media, just like you would in person. All right, Bridget, so let's get you on those lives, right? You just came out of a great leadership conference, right? And again, all those things you learned at that leadership retreat, You need to write down on your way home from that retreat, what is something that you are going to do today that you took away from that? And here's my advice for people about the live video, okay? What can you do today? You can go live, put your privacy setting to me only. Put your privacy setting to me only. Make a post. Practice going live, practice making a title, practice pushing the button, practice talking to yourself only. No one can see you. But you can actually just take that one step, that one bite-sized piece of action closer to, if it's fear that's holding you back, if it's worry about what people are going to think, or you have to be, just put the setting to see me only and just practice going live, knowing that no one can see you. Or maybe take it one step further and go live in a group, a private group you have where you have just supportive people that you love in it, and tell them, look, I'm going to practice going live in this group because I want to get closer to going live on my page, and I want to just practice a little bit before I go live on my personal wall. Or go live on your personal wall and just make it short and sweet, and no topic needed, no big value to drop. Just maybe, like yesterday we were at the beach and there was a beautiful rainbow. I could have gone live and said, hey, just wanted to check in with everybody. I'm trying to check out Facebook Live for the first time. Check out this rainbow. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Engage with some people that hop on, and then hop off. There are steps. There are many steps, bite-sized pieces of action that you can take if you're not ready to jump in all the way, if you're not ready to cannonball in. But the worst thing you can do is do nothing different and just keep swirling and thinking, okay, I'll do this when. I'll do this when. When I get this, I'll do that. Stop, giving yourself all these parameters around the actions you want to take, and rather think to yourself, what bite-sized piece of action can I do today? Like I said, if it's a health and wellness goal and you still haven't made a big commitment, what's one thing you can do today? Today, I'm only going to drink water. I'm not going to drink soda. I'm not going to drink juice. I'm not going to drink, teas and alcohol. I'm going to just drink water today. That's a habit that you can create today. One action that you can put into your life today, that it will take you closer to a goal of health and wellness. So when you get stuck in an action mode or in self-sabotage mode, I want you to get laser focused on what is one small bite of action I can take right now, not later, not tomorrow, not next week, but something I can do right now to take myself one step closer to where I want to go. And if you are always thinking in that mindset, you will always be committing some form of action, no matter how bite-sized, that is a positive action that is going to take you forwards, towards where you want to go, instead of staying stuck right where you are, or instead of doing things that are taking you backwards. And that's what it is. It is the small decisions that you take and the small actions you decide to put in with thought and care to, does this action align to where I want to go? And is it one small thing I can do right now to take myself where I want to be? So I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you think that someone on your wall could benefit from the value of the post, that needs some, motivation to take some small action and get out of overthink mode and analysis paralysis, and get out of the hamster wheel of doing the same thing, or maybe even getting out of the self-sabotage mode, if you think someone could benefit from this video, please hit the share button. Facebook is full of all kinds of things, and I like to fill it up with things that in some way might help someone out there take themselves to where they want to go. George, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you on here. Thanks for hopping on. Are you watching a game today? Innovator mindset author, thanks for hopping on. Amazing educator. Appreciate you joining. I'm going to hop off and get into my actions for the day, the small actions that I'm doing today to drive myself where I want to go. I'm going to get in a short little workout because my kids want to go to the beach. I'm going to get my samples together because I need to get product in people's hands. And I am going to, at the end of the night tonight, I'm going to sit down and write my goals for the week because that's another small habit that I do. So I am prepared. We are getting wet weather in California, and this week is going to be all about how to entertain kids inside all day at school without losing